So dear students, today we will do the exercise 3b of chapter 3rd. So first of all we will do the Newton's first law of motion. So very importantly, the definition of the Newton's first law of motion. So it says that according to Newton's first law of motion, if a body is in a state of rest or it is in a state of motion, it will remain in its state. So it will not change its state unless we apply the force on it. It means that if a body is in state of rest, it will remain in state of rest. If it is in state of motion, it will remain in state of motion unless we apply the force to change its state. So it is very important. So this property of a body, due to which the body does not change its position by itself, that is known as the inertia. So very important definition of inertia, that it is the property of the body due to which it does not change its position by itself. So inertia depends upon mass. If the mass is more, inertia is more. If the mass is less, inertia is less. So that's why it is very difficult to move a heavy truck. If we have a light ball and we apply the force on it, the ball will move. The ball will come in motion. It means the ball has changed its state. So it means its inertia is less. Now due to the very high mass of the truck, very large mass of the truck, so mass is large, that's why the inertia is more. So that's why it is unable and it does not let us to change its state from rest to motion. So very important definition of inertia. And on what factor this inertia depends? This inertia depends upon mass. Now next comes the definition of force. So what is the definition of force? The force is that external cause which tends to change the state of rest or of state of motion. So this is the external cause. This is the cause due to which the state of rest or the state of motion can be changed. So we can change the state by applying the force. So very important next topic, that is the kinds of inertia. There are two kinds of inertia. One is the inertia of rest, inertia of motion. So inertia of rest says if a body is in a state of rest, it will remain its state unless we apply the force to change its state. So there are certain examples given in your book, very important those examples for the inertia of rest as well as for the inertia of motion. These are given in your book. So you have to do all those examples for the point of view of the examination. So one example we'll do for the inertia of rest. If a person is sitting in a bus, and the bus is in state of rest, that means the person in state of rest and the bus is also in the state of rest. Now when the bus starts, what will happen? Now the lower part of the body of the person, that will come in motion, but the upper part of the body, that will remain in the state of rest. So that's why a person fall backward. When the bus starts, suddenly the person fall backward. So this is the inertia of rest. Now next, so you have to do all the examples which are given in your book for the inertia of rest. Now next is the inertia of motion. So what the inertia of motion says, when a body is in state of motion, it will remain its state unless we apply force to change its state. So next example we can do for the inertia of motion. For example, if a person jump out of a moving bus, so what will happen? When its feet touches the ground, the feet will immediately, that will come in the state of rest, but the upper part of the body of the person, that still is in motion. So that's why the person fall forward. He will fall forward because its upper part is still in state of motion. So you have to do all these examples of inertia of rest and inertia of motion given in your book, and you have to do the exercise 3rd B and try to find out the question answers from the exercise.